Chapter 1 TD Tassie Devil. Hello, I'm TD. I am from Tasmania, a small island way down at the bottom of Australia, right between the mainland and the freezing South Pole. My family and I are Tasmanian devils, and we are an endangered species. Hey, cool fact! Did you know a Tassie Devil mum has 4 pups in each litter? My mum had me and my brothers and sisters on November 14. Yep, we all share the same birthday. What's your birthday? Do you share it with anyone? Speaking of sharing, I'd like to share something really important with you. Me. By sharing things about me with you, I hope I can help you grow into the best version of yourself possible. An awesome you. This way, we can be happier and healthier together. Me awesome plus you awesome equals we awesome. So, how can I share me with you? By talking, of course. So let's get started. I am playful, resilient, confident, and much more. I've come to learn that when I'm cool, calm, and in control of the feelings, I make skillful choices. Skillful means choices that have been thought about, talked about, and practiced because they are the most relationship empowering tools. When I'm not cool and calm, the feelings are too big and take control of my mind, switching off parts of my brain and altering my behaviour. That's when I make poor choices. I want to share with you my tools for remaining cool and calm and what my skillful choices are. I also want you to know what's happening inside me when I make a poor choice. My strength comes from when I pick skillfully. My weakness comes from when I pick poorly. I believe weakness is only a strength that needs focus, redirection, and learning. Oh, wait! Stop the press! I need you to know this first. It's really important. Whether we make a skillful choice or a poor choice, you and I are always lovable, worthwhile, and good enough. We are born with all of the emotions inside us, and as we grow, we learn how to express or hide them. The Me, You, We tribe, that's me and my friends, are here to teach you how to have and express all your feelings with kindness, respect, and care. Please don't hide them. In sharing me with you, I want to start with a feeling most adults, let alone kids, find hard to deal with or even see in other people: anger. Sometimes I get angry for healthy reasons and other times for unhealthy reasons. You see, sometimes anger is needed and necessary in life because it can motivate change. When I'm angry, I think it's my inner, afraid, sad, overwhelmed, or ashamed voice saying, "Hey, there's something wrong in my world right now, and I'd like you to come with me to fix it because I'm not sure how to make it better by myself." I accept at times that how I express the anger does not clearly say this to those I'm trying to get support from. I've been told many times that I have a short fuse, which means a lot of things can make my world feel wrong, and I'm quick to show this to other animals by being angry. It's kind of weird, isn't it? If being angry is a way to get animals to understand that I need help, and for me there is something wrong in my life I need to make better, then why does it make them upset when I express anger? Other animals tend to leave me alone when I'm angry. Or worse, they get angry at me for being angry. What was initially wrong for me now has added emotions like misunderstood, hurt, or rejected, and that's no good at all. There is no help, connection, or change being created from expressions of anger that push people away. For me, finding healthy ways to have and express anger is important as it joins people to create positive and needed change. For you, please try and remember what I'm trying to communicate with anger. For we, connection, love, and respect while maintaining healthy boundaries around the form the anger is being expressed. Hey, guess what is in my mind right now? Memories. I'm thinking of times when I've put my anger to the side so I could help a friend pick a skillful option and heal whatever is wrong for them. And this connecting with my friend helped my anger grow smaller. It got small enough that we could talk together about why the angry feelings got so big in the first place. And guess what? Supporting and helping each other eventually made our anger go away altogether. We both felt understood, important, and significant in each other's worlds. I think parents and adults must have to do this a lot. Put their own feelings aside for a moment to first support and help their kids with their emotions and needs. I'd like to thank you, parents, for doing this. It's so helpful for us kids to feel seen, safe, secure, and soothed. Does your mind start playing memories of things that happened in the past? Does your mind start dreaming of things that you'd like to happen in the future? I think it's awesome how our mind does this. Our minds dreaming or remembering can also ignite our anger or sadness or disappointment. That can happen when our mind is playing a dream that does not match what is happening in the real world. These times can be when the plan to go to the park got cancelled because it was raining. My mind had created a whole dream about how we'd all be playing together, laughing, and being happy together. What I really found hard to cope with was giving up the dream, the anticipation of the happiness and laughter we were all about to share. When these two things, dream and reality, are different, it can be hard for kids and adults alike to deal with it. I'm confused sometimes about how to cope when my dreams do not become real. Those are the times that people look at me meanly and I get told I'm angry and naughty. I'm not. I'm stuck, confused, and needing to learn how to accept these feelings and how to be flexible with dreams or memories and reality. Do you get told you're angry, bad, or naughty? I do. It makes me feel misunderstood and even sadder. I might be feeling sad or tired or overwhelmed, or I might be afraid, or I'm grieving that my dream isn't coming true. Yet others see me and think I'm angry, bad, and naughty. I often wish deep in my heart that they'd try to understand me better and that they'd see beyond the behaviour and deeper than the anger into what is going on beneath the surface. This wishing for others to look beneath the surface also happens when I cry. You might not know this, but Tassie Devils are quick to cry, just as we are quick to anger. I can cry from sadness, disappointment, fear, and joy. Weird, right? Crying doesn't always mean sadness. It can also be showing extreme happiness or relief or pride. Tears and crying are a signal of strength in my family. I hope that's also the case in your family. My feelings are always there bubbling away. I feel them easily and all the time. What about you? What feelings do you like? And which ones do you not like feeling? I try my best to express all the feelings in safe, healthy ways. Some feelings are easier than others. I worked out 3 rules, and these rules help me to express my feelings safely. This isn't always easy to do or remember. My friend Frill helped me understand why at times it's hard to be in control of feelings and choices. Frill has a cool term, the Frill flip. Frill says that the Frill flips happen when the thinking, logical, reasoning part of our brain is being switched off by the emotional parts of our brain. Our emotional centres are taking over and controlling our whole brain, our thoughts and our behaviour choices. Frill will teach you more about the Frill flip. It's so helpful and cool. Anyway, the 3 rules I've picked to help keep everyone safe during my Tassie flips are: 1. Don't hurt myself. 2. Don't hurt others. And 3. Don't damage things around me. In addition to these 3 rules that are so vital to my healthy relationships, self-control, and boundaries, I have other skills in my life toolbox that help me with my feelings as well. When I'm cool, calm, and in control of me and my feelings, I pick from the skillful choice side of my toolbox. These tools support me feeling amused, inspired, and confident, amongst other feelings. My skillful tools are visible when: 1. I use my honest, clear, and strong voice to stand up for others and myself. I know that being angry at times is what is needed and the best feeling to have. I have great tips about how I voice my feelings and needs on the next couple of pages. I call them talking topics. 2. I scream into a pillow or mattress, not at other animals. I stomp my feet, not kick other animals. I punch a pillow or punching bag, not other animals. 3. I cry to help me let go of the sadness, shame, or fear. I cry to help me let go of the joy, excitement, and pride. I'm confident that when I feel like crying, it is what I need to do to express my feelings in a healthy way. Stopping or holding back my tears is unhealthy. 4. I call a self-tune-in so I can be my best self and respect myself and those around me. My self-tuning in is like a code word. I signal a T with my pause to those around me. A code, we know, means I love and respect you and myself. I need to leave the room to soothe and calm myself so I can be my best self for us. I will come back. While in a self-tune-in, I take notice of what my body needs. To be still, to move around, to close my eyes, to scream into a pillow, listen to calming music or a meditation track, or run on the spot or do push-ups. And I allow myself to do that while remembering my 3 rules. Feelings and emotions are energy held within our body. So moving our body in line with the 3 rules is a great way to use up that energy in healthy ways. 5. When returning from a self-tune-in, I use my talking topics. The topics help make the situation better and support the strong we I want to be making with friends and family. 6. I visualise and reinforce my boundaries. My friend Manny Magpie taught me about our 2 boundaries and what to say to myself when my boundaries aren't being respected. Manny will teach you as well. 7. I use my special blend of essential oils and flower essences to support me with feeling more self-accepting, confident, and respectful. When I'm choosing from these skillful options, my feelings and their linked behaviours are clear and respectful. This means the friends and family with whom I'm communicating can care and support me in ways that are helpful to me. Another cool tip for you: all behaviour is communication. I'm trying to communicate me to you. I'm either communicating clearly so my needs are met, or I'm miscommunicating so my needs are not met. When I'm miscommunicating, it's like I'm speaking a different language to the animals around me. I can't understand why they aren't caring and supporting me, and they can't understand what I'm asking for. I've heard my mum say, behaviour is like a fever. I can give you medicine to bring the fever down, yet that won't address why the fever is there. If we can discover why the fever is being created and care for the cause, the fever will disappear. My mum and I brainstorm about which need is fueling the behaviour like a fever. We then come up with a care plan together about how to be understanding towards that need. Understanding in my house means naming, exploring, and respecting. We use understanding in my house in these ways. First, we name the feeling. Sometimes I need someone to help me actually name the feeling I'm having. This instantly makes it feel smaller and more in my control. It also helps me with feeling safe and seen, which is soothing and promotes security in our relationship. We acknowledge that it is okay to have that feeling. Even if I don't agree with the feeling my sibling is having, they are still having it, so it's valid and I respect them. At this point, the feeling usually gets smaller and smaller as we feel we are understood. We also feel safe, secure, seen, and soothed. My Uncle Taz has a great way of doing this. Remember how I shared about our minds creating dreams that don't always match reality? Well, my Uncle Taz dreams big with me. He dives into my dream with me. I feel awesome when he does this. I feel he really sees and understands me. Say I'm upset, the toy builder has run out of the toy we were going to buy. I'm starting to cry and say hurtful things to the toy maker. My uncle says, "Hey TD, I can see you're disappointed that the toy you were dreaming about buying isn't available. It's okay to be disappointed, but it's not okay to say hurtful things. Don't you wish that there was a button on this tree, like a wishing button, and you'd press it and howl, it appears in your backpack? Wouldn't that be howltastic? I'd press the button for a smorgasbord of introduced species to gobble up. You'd press for the toy, and what else?" By this point, we are walking away from the shop, laughing and having a good time together. I feel that Uncle Taz has seen past my behaviour, which was beginning to hide my actual feelings of sadness and disappointment. He's been able to tap into the central part of my dream, which was playing and having a good time with him. We created that together, so my dream was still able to come true, just in a different way than I first thought. P.S. I did apologise to the toy maker, and will continue that apology by changing my behaviour, like not saying hurtful things to her when the feelings of sadness and disappointment visit me again if another toy isn't available. I'll be honest with you, I don't always have access to the skillful side of my toolbox. When I'm feeling big amounts of anger, frustration, and vulnerability, I only see the poor choice options in my toolbox. I'm out of skills and I don't see any other options in those moments. Ending up here is not my first choice. I don't like being here or feeling this way. I accept that I will end up here at times because I have the full spectrum of emotions inside me. After all, even adults struggle with emotional regulation at times, and their brains are fully developed. When I'm lagging in skillful options, my 3 rules get muddled, and I can use angry, hurtful, and mean words towards others and myself. I scream and yell words and sounds. I show my physical strength by hurting others or destroying the environment around me. I become aggressive and threatening on the outside, while inside I'm feeling scared, worried, or angry. Remember what anger is trying to communicate about being stuck and needing help. I'm just trying to defend myself or protect someone else. Odd, hey? I'm feeling like a victim in these moments, like someone is doing something wrong to me, while the animal I'm attacking is seeing and thinking of me as the bully and themselves as the victim. We are both feeling like victims and that we are being wronged by the other animal. I'm wondering if you and I could do an experiment. This experiment I'm thinking about would be called looking at a situation from the other person's perspective. We would be trying to understand what they are thinking about this situation and what feelings they might be having. I predict that this experiment will show that thinking about someone else's feelings as well as our own will make the feelings smaller, and we will return to being cool, calm, and in control quicker. Shall we try it out? I look forward to hearing about your results. I lose my internal containing boundary. I say mean, hurtful things right to the animal's face and also behind their back. I ignore Manny's mantra about opening gates before speaking. I just bound right over the top of kindness, necessary and true gates, straight into verbally attacking other animals. I'm feeling pretty awful inside, and weirdly, in an attempt to make myself feel better, I try to make them see and feel as awful as I do. All in the hoping they will then understand just how awful I'm feeling inside. Mixed up and true. I can say really hurtful names, and I believe name-calling is trying to make someone else feel bad about themselves and who they are. Not cool. I forget about my essential oil and flower essence, so my mood gets hostile and aggressive. My ability to verbalise my feelings disappears and my behaviour hides what I'm truly needing. All these unhealthy tools hide what I'm really feeling and needing. I can't calm myself. I can't get access to my skillful tools. I need care and support to learn and relearn skills that will more clearly share my feelings and needs. My talking topics is one of my favourite skillful tools, and golly gosh have I had to relearn this tool many times over. My talking topics are to be used all the time and are particularly important when returning from a self-tuning in. There are 4 topics to think about when you're wanting to share yourself with someone to empower the relationship. Each of the 4 topics aim for 1 to 2 sentences. This helps the listener to listen. The 4 topics help us remain respectful and loving while talking about feelings and needs. Talking topic 1. Retell the event or situation using I statements to say what you saw and heard clearly. For example, what I heard was that my English homework isn't good enough, and what I saw was a look of frustration on your face that I haven't learnt to write better, even with all your time doing homework with me. Talking topic 2. Then finish this sentence. I tell or told myself that. For example, I tell myself that I'm just a waste of your time and energy, and we'd both be better off if I just gave up. Talking topic 3. Finish the statement, that makes me feel. For example, that makes me feel stupid, dumb, and like a waste of space. Talking topic 4. The final sentence. Could you please, or what I'd like. Give 1, 2, or 3 things that the other person can do to help you with your feelings. For example, what I'd like is some outside support, maybe a tutor to help me learn whenever I'm in class, and from you at home. Could you also please not say things like, why don't you understand this yet? I've told you a million times before. And if possible, I'd really feel better if you could stop doing your eye rolling when you start reading my homework. All of these things would really help me feel less stupid and less of a waste of your time. My talking topics are great, even if I do say so myself. I think it might be helpful if I share with you how I used my talking topics the other day with Manny Magpie. I learn best with practical examples. Other animals learn by watching or listening. How do you learn best? My practical example for you. TD. Manny, can I talk with you? Manny. Not right now, TD. I'm trying to catch that worm. I'll be able to listen after I've got that worm. I liked that Manny respected our friendship enough to say no when I first asked and gave me a time that was more suitable to have the conversation. After the worm had been caught and enjoyed, at least by Manny, the conversation went like this. Manny, TD, I'm all yours, ready to listen now. TD, thanks, Manny. Yesterday, I felt we just decided to play Star Wars chess, and then I saw you just flying away to that tree. I told myself, you don't like me and my ideas. That made me feel alone and silly for suggesting Star Wars chess. To help me while I care for my feelings, could we please play my games as well as your great games? And could you tell me why you're flying away before you take off? Manny. Oh, TD, I'm sorry. I don't want you feeling like that. Yes, we can play your games as well as mine. I'll try my best to tell you why before I fly off. I'll try now, in fact. I flew off yesterday because I heard my mum calling me. I can see that it would have been polite of me to tell you that before I just flew off. Manny and I both felt better after I used my talking topics, and our relationship is even better now. There are many parts to us, and I've shared some of mine with you. I have 2 more parts to share before I've got to run, and plus, Manny has been so patient waiting to meet you. One final tip. Remember, other animals cannot read your mind. If you'd like them to treat you differently, you have to tell them. Using my talking topics is a great way to start. I use 2 questions when other animals are not treating me the way I'd like. I ask myself, how will they know I'm unhappy and want to be treated differently unless I'm honest and upfront with them about my ideas, thoughts, feelings and needs? My second question helps me with making a choice when they don't respond in the way I had hoped they would. First, I remind myself that how they respond is up to them. As much as I'd like to control that, I cannot. I've flexed my self-assertive muscle, so I'm stronger for it. Their response is their responsibility, not mine. What I can control is how I feel once they've responded. My control of that comes from knowing that in relationships, not all of our needs can be met all of the time. So I ask myself, since they can't meet this need at this time, is that okay with me? Or is that not okay with me? If it is okay with me, I go to my self-care strategies and look after myself. If it's not okay with me, because it's important, letting it go and dealing with it by myself isn't healthy. I go back to my talking topics and ask again. Some feelings we can deal with ourselves, and other feelings we need others to help us deal with them. We are social creatures, and we are more successful in life with love, support, and care from others. Oh my, light bulb! Something has just dawned on me. When I'm feeling pleasant feelings, my behaviour is pleasant. When I'm feeling challenging feelings, my behaviour is challenging. I'm going to have to remember this when I'm thinking about my friends and family. If a friend is mean to me, I'm going to remember that their behaviour isn't about me. I need to maintain my external protective boundary. Their behaviour shows what they are feeling on the inside. What they could use in moments like that is some understanding, like we do at home. Name the feeling, admit it's okay to be feeling it, even if I disagree with it, and then explore with them, in a more peaceful and respectful air, ways we could make things better together. TD's quiz. When would you pick TD's talking topics from your toolbox? A. With parents and family. B. With teachers. C. With friends. D. With a bully. E. When others are mistreating you or someone else. Or all of the above. Now, here is the last thing I promise. This final sharing of myself with you is an important and significant part of me that I'd really love for you to know. I have lots of scars. They are on my outside and on my inside. Some you can see, others you cannot see. They come from interactions with others. Some animals tell me I should hide them and try not to let my scars show. I think they are wrong. To me, my scars show I have survived some really hard and rough times. My scars show me and the world I am strong inside and outside. I embrace and love all of who I am. I hope you don't have or get as many scars as me, but if you do, remember, embrace and love. Thank you for giving me your time. I really hope you've learned some things about and from me. Knowing I've been able to add more kindness by sharing myself with you brings me happiness. I know we will be the greatest of friends. Now, the other animals of the Me, You, We tribe are waiting patiently to meet you. Thanks for being with me.